What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua ready to fight anyone, says Eddie Hearn. Get this. He said he had Usyk winning quite comfortably. Joshua's promoter said. He said, I went over after and said, what do you think? You know, I thought he won, blah, blah, blah. Did a video on that already. He said he's ready to fight anybody. He'd love to fight Usyk again. He'd love to fight Tyson Fury. He's happy to fight Ergovic. He's happy to fight Dubois. He's happy to fight Parker, Wilder, any of them, Hearn said. You've not got a problem with Anthony Joshua. Anybody who wants it can get it. But at the same time, he wants to reign his heavyweight championship. And let me counterpunch. Yes, those names, Dubois, Ergovic, Wilder, Fury, Usyk 3 times again. Those sound good, okay? But realistically, like he said, he called all those names, but if those guys don't have any connection to any belts, he's not going to fight them. That's simple. That's all that is. So he's coming after whoever has control over the belt, whoever will put him in the opportunity to get that belt. But here's the thing. Anthony Joshua is pretty much saying, I'm not scared of any of these guys. I'll fight all of them. And you know something crazy? I think that he could beat all of those guys. You know what I mean? Probably exception of Usyk, but it depends on how Usyk still looks over and over again. Because one thing about Usyk, he's 37 years of age. He'll be 38. He's 37. So he'll fight Tyson Fury again while he's still 37. Whoever wins out of that fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk, if Usyk beats Fury twice in a row, then he'll fight AJ. Okay, that's if AJ beats whoever in Wembley in September. Well, more than likely, I'm going to be at that fight, right? If I don't have to work or not. But if I don't, I'm going. But Usyk will then be 38 years of age. You know, Father Time is a mother sucker. Okay, that comes knocking. You can't do really too much about it. You know what I mean? And what I've seen from Usyk, he's like a different fighter each fight. Maybe the adjustment, maybe the style. But I see him from 2021. He was a lot different from 21 to 22. I knew that was the war he was involved in and the weight loss and the stress and probably anxiety and pressure of the war and all that stuff. But he just wasn't the same dude as he was. It's like, now, honestly, a guy that's coming up from cruiserweight, Evander Holyfield can relate. Bars. Those guys that come up, they have to fight harder. They have to train harder. Those guys have to do a lot more and they sacrifice a lot more coming to another weight class. You know, that shows you the toughness and the mental fortitude of guys like Evander Holyfield and Alexander Usyk and guys like that, because they have to take more because they know they're fighting bigger men. Okay? If you look at a Usyk fight, look at any of these Usyk fights. You got Joshua the first fight, Joshua the second fight, Daniel Dubois, now Tyson Fury. You look at all of those, probably the exception of Dubois, but those two Anthony Joshua fights and the Tyson Fury fight, look at his face. Look at his face. His face is different each and every time. He takes something like boxing takes out of you each and every time. Those are war wounds, okay? That's punishment. He had to condition himself to be ready, but how long will that last before your body says, no mas? Before your body starts slowing down even further, that you're no longer competitive like you supposed to be? What happens then? That's the thing about Usyk. So like I said, if he can keep the conditioning up without being injured and stuff like that, and he's still able to do what he can do, he has a good chance. But those chances are getting smaller and smaller and smaller the older he gets. Or should I say the older he gets, right? So I think Alexander Usyk fighting guys like Anthony Joshua, back to Joshua, okay? Joshua is going to go for the gusto. He's going for the belts again. I would like him if they're going to strip Usyk, which I hope they don't do. But if they do, I would like Joshua to fight the winner of the IBF crown. I mean, that only makes sense. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the IBF does. But AJ's open to fight anybody pretty much with belt connections. Other than that, if Wilder doesn't have a belt connection, why fight Wilder? You know what I mean? So I think that's really the main thing. But you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn stating that Anthony Joshua is ready and willing to fight any of those guys. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!